evening. Hi everyone. Welcome to my channel. Hi guys. Hi, hello. Let's get started today. Today is Hi everyone. I'm waiting for you guys to join me. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are watching me from. I welcome you all to Get Better Live TV. I'm waiting for you guys to join the conversation. As you can see the title on the screen, Learning the Language of Ifa. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you're watching me from. This is Get a Better Life TV. If you are new to this channel, kindly hit the subscribe button down below to subscribe to this channel free of charge so that you don't miss anything on this channel. So on this channel, we share videos on Yoruba culture, traditions, and religion. So today is another day. Thank you guys for joining. So the topic today is learning the language of Ifa. And I hope you don't forget that our online Ifa class is in progress. So more people are showing interest. So what I'm sharing here is just a little bit of what you'll be getting from the class, from our elders, from our priests, our babalawos. So we have them to teach us the language of Ifa in general, Ifa understanding the divination system, and the rest. So what I'm doing is to share a little bit with you what you need to learn in Ifa religion. So most especially Yorubas in diaspora and those that are interested in Yoruba culture, traditions, and religion. So I'm aware that some of you cannot speak Yoruba or some of you do not understand Yoruba. And that's the reason why I speak English on this channel. So actually, we are talking about Yoruba culture, traditions, and religion. We should be speaking Yoruba. But because of you guys in the diaspora who are majorly English speakers, so that's why we speak English on this channel. So my Yoruba brothers and sisters, please kindly understand that we have those that are interested in our culture, even Yorubas that cannot speak or understand the Yoruba language. So that's why we speak English on this channel. So our topic today is learning the language of Ifa. So we all know the meaning of Ifa. Ifa is our system of divination in Yoruba land. So it's not a new system for you guys, but I've observed that Ifa, the language of Ifa is very strange to a lot of people, most especially the non-Yoruba speakers. Ifa messages are in Yoruba language, no doubt about that. So ordinarily, you should learn Yoruba first before you can understand the language of Ifa. If you are trying to translate the language to English, it's not um, the way I see it, the meaning might not be uh, clear to you. So, but I want to try as much as possible to translate some of the Yoruba messages in the Odu Ifa. So I have an example that I will be using here from Odu Ifa Oturukpon Meji. So that is where we'll be picking a verse to praise. We praise the Ifa. We'll be picking the verse one the of the Odu to start an example for you. So I will be reading from the I'll be reading the verse in Yoruba. So while I try as much as possible to interpret, so then the key terminologies in the verse will be explained. So, but the real lecture will be in our Ifa online Ifa class, where we will have our elders who are the authority in Ifa Religion to tell us the details of the verses that they will be using to teach you guys. So if you are hearing about our online Ifa class for the first time, there is a video among my videos where I talked about it. So you can watch the video immediately after this live streaming, so that you know what to do. So the video is all about you showing interest in the Ifa class that is coming soon. So we are waiting to have more people to join us so that we can start. So the topic once again is learning the language of Ifa, and we'll be picking an example from Oturukpon Meji, which takes 12th position in the order of Odu Ifa. So that's where we'll be picking a verse from to explain what this Odu is talking about and how to understand the language. So, and as you all know, Ifa languages are in parables, proverbs, stories that a layman cannot just understand. So that's why we have babalawos, who are the priests, who are the authority in Ifa religion, who understand the story and who understand the nitty-gritty and the message of Ifa in details. But what we are trying to do is for us to understand how to understand the language. So we need to understand how to understand the language. Like for instance, in Christianity, we have pastors who are the heads of churches, and they are the one who read the Bible and interpret to their congregations. Even though you understand what Bible says, you still need a pastor to explain in details to you. And also in Islam, we have a Quran. In fact, Quran is even pretty much like the concept is like what we have in our Yoruba system, because our messages in Ifa divination are in Yoruba language, called Yoruba text, called Yoruba oral messages that you need to understand Yoruba to be able to interpret and explain what it's talking about. So that's that. So I think people are joining us so that we can start. So I want this to be a conversational streaming where you guys can send your question as I'm talking. So I'll read the question and and attend to it. So thank you very much. Time here is 7:39 p.m. here in Nigeria. So once again, I greet you all. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are watching me from. So if you are new to this channel, kindly click the red subscribe button down below, subscribe, so that you can always learn Yoruba culture, tradition, and religion on this channel. So today's topic, as I said earlier, is learning the language of Ifa. So I will be picking from Oturukwan Meji to start an example. So I will be reading the verse in a moment. So I welcome you all. So how do you understand the language of Ifa? How do you understand the language of Ifa? So let's take a look at Oturukwan Meji. Oturukwan Meji, as compiled by Baba Wande Abimbola. I have his book, and there are other Ifa books that I have, but I am in love with the one I'm having with me here because it has a mark. We call it mark the army. So it's easy to read and understand. So the Oturukwan Meji, the Esekini of Oturukwan Meji, which is from the Odu Ifa, Oturukwan Meji. It says, I want you to listen attentively. I will be speaking Yoruba now, but I will interpret. So I want to read it in Yoruba for you to get it. So it says, Afẹ́fẹ́ ń ṣe igi oko báyìí bí. Afẹ́fẹ́. So for now, I can't type the text for you guys. Maybe after the streaming, I will go to my description and type the verse in there, so you can practice along immediately after this streaming. So afẹ́fẹ́ ní ṣe igi oko báyìí bí. The key word here in the first stanza of this verse is afẹ́fẹ́. So afẹ́fẹ́, I think maybe some of you will know what afẹ́fẹ́ means. Afẹ́fẹ́ is a breeze, the breeze. This verse is saying afẹ́fẹ́ ní ṣe igi oko báyìí bí, asking a question. I told you that the message of Ifa is in a parable, is like Proverbs. So it says afẹ́fẹ́ ní ṣe igi oko báyìí bí, asking that breeze, that is the breeze blows when the breeze blows, it blows away or blows around the bush, left and right. So I think you understand what that is saying. Afẹ́fẹ́ ní ṣe igi oko báyìí bí. When breeze blows in the bush, it blows the bush to the right and to the left. So this verse is saying, asking a question, is the afẹ́fẹ́, the breeze blowing the trees and and everything in the bush will be moving from left to right. So that's what he's saying. Then it says, the second stanza says, Efufulele ni yewe agbagba yagba yagba. Leaves, we have leaves on the tree that when the breeze blows, the leaves move from left to right. So we are going to explain what this verse is talking about. I'm just reading the verse of this Oturukwan for me to translate, to try as much as possible to translate, even though I did not prepare for the translation that much, but I hope you guys will understand me as I'm reading. Edidi Meji, this is the third stanza of the verse, says, Edidi Meji ń jà lókè odò. Edidi Meji ń jà lókè odò. Don't forget, I told you that this is just a little bit of what you'll be getting in the Ifa class, and it will not be quite here. The class will not. I'm not going to be the teacher in the class, so me too. I will be part of you guys to learn, so that we can learn together. So we should always learn. So I can't say I know it all, but what I'm trying to do for you here is for you to have an idea on how to understand the language of Ifa. So when by the time the lecture starts properly, so you'll be able to get the whole thing very interesting. So the third stanza says, Edidi meji nja loke odo. We have Edidi and we have Odo here. Loke Odo. Edidi is it's an animal, you know. I think they do play beside you. Beside Odo. Odo is a stream, a stream flowing or river. So the two ADD means they do fight, they do play beside the river. So that's what that stanza is talking about. Aomako, Aomabo. That is, these two ADD, we don't know the male or the female stanza. So immediately after this streaming, I will type the verses for you. I mean the verse for you so that you can read and come back to the video and master the pronunciation and the meaning. So Aomako, Aomabu, we don't know the male and we don't know the female. So one shiramu lonke lonke, that is they are playing. You know, Ifa is all about that. It's usually Ifa Oriki. It's always like that. It will come with parable. Then after the parable, you begin to get the meaning. So we'll get to the meaning very soon. So one shira, one lonke lonke. That is these two animals beside the river, the flowing river, playing. They are playing. Why we don't know the male from the female? So what is this talking about? It says a differ from orunmila. You know, if I is always like that, and this video is tagged the learning the language or praising a verse in an Odu. So it's always like a differ from, that is dice Ifa for orunmila. Dice Ifa for orunmila. So a differ from, that is cast Ifa for orunmila. So when you hear a differ from orunmila, it means cast Ifa for orunmila. So that's how it used to be in the past. So we cast it. It's always like cast Ifa for orunmila. So the next stanza says Ifa. Pardon me. Ifa ò lọ tẹ Ifá fún ikú. Ó tẹ ikú nífá. Right? Ifa ò lọ rèé tẹ ikú nífá. That is, Ifa ò lọ rèé tẹ ikú nífá. Yóò sì fi àrùn ṣe ojúbọ̀nà. You know? Then bí Ọ̀rúnmìlà bá fẹ́, bí ó bá tẹ ikú nífá, tí ó sì fi àrùn ṣojúbọ̀nà, àṣé ikú ǹbá máa ṣakápò fún ọ. You know? So now the verse says, it's talking about iku and àrùn. You know, if you are Yoruba, you know what iku means and àrùn means. This Otunukpo is actually talking about your health. Your health. So iku is death, while àrùn is a disease. You know, so this verse is talking about death and diseases. You know. Now, what this verse is talking about, we'll go to the explanation of the verse. So I will share the explanation with you in a moment. But I want you to understand that this Otulokpo Meji is talking about your health. So now, as it is, if you are not a babalawo, or if you have not been taught on how Ifa speak, or on how Ifa passes messages, it will be very hard for you to understand what this verse is talking about. It will be very hard, and that's why babalawos usually praise Ifa. You know, we call it Ki Ifa. So when you praise Ifa, the babalawo will bring out a message from the verse. So like this one is just a verse. per Ifa divination, when you cast Ifa and you have an Odu, the Odu usually has different um, messages that can be praised. So this is one of them in Oturukwan Meji. So this verse is talking about Iku, death, and diseases. So now, the language of Ifa, as you can see, is in Yoruba language. Kong Yoruba, the original Yoruba language, that it takes someone who understands Yoruba deeply to understand what it's talking about. So, what I read just now. So, if you have any question, please send your question now. Why, before I go to the meaning of this verse from Oturukwan Meji. So if you have any question, can answer me. If you are not understanding what I'm saying, let me know so that I can repeat myself. If it's not clear enough, let me know so that I can repeat myself. So, but I told you earlier that this is just an appetizer to learning Ifa. So the real one will be coming up online. So if you are interested, show interest. So because we have our babalawos, we have our elders who will be teaching us the verses from Odu Ifa one by one, and they will be the one to explain in details, and they're gonna be the one to explain the terminologies in details. So what I'm doing is just for to share with you the likely curriculum you'll be getting from 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 it. So I'm waiting, guys. If you have any question, let me know so that I can proceed to the next to the meaning of the verse. So let me tell you the story of this verse. So ẹsẹ̀ Ifá yìí ṣàlàyé wípé àwọn ajogun ńlá méjèèjì tí à ń pè ní ikú àti àrùn jẹ́ akápò fún Ọ̀rúnmìlà nígbà kan rí. You know, these two ajogun, ikú and àrùn, so used to be akapo. Who knows what akapo means? Akapo is like a secretary. So ikú and àrùn used to be akapo for Ọ̀rúnmìlà. So Ọ̀rúnmìlà fún ara rẹ̀ ló tẹ ikú nífá. So it says that Orunmila casted Ifa for Iku, tí ó sì fi àrùn ṣe ojúgbọ̀nà, and it gives a chieftaincy title to àrùn. So that means deaths and diseases are Orunmila cast Ifa for both of them. So oyè pàtàkì ni ojúgbọ̀nà láàrin àwọn babaláwo. That is, that this ojúgbọ̀nà is a special chieftaincy title among babalawos. So ìdí nìyí tí a fi máa ń wí pé, and this is why we do say, bí a bá wọ̀lú olúwo là á kọ́ ké sí, ọ̀dẹ̀dẹ̀ ojúgbọ̀nà là á béèrè. So this is how babalawo used to say to themselves that when you just enter into a city, you ask for the Oluwo là á kọ́ ké sí. So we call upon Oluwo. Then ọ̀dẹ̀dẹ̀ ojúgbọ̀nà là á béèrè. So that is, we go to the ojúgbọ̀nà. Ojúgbọ̀nà, I think I told you, there is a chieftaincy title among the babalawos. So babaláwo wá ń sọ níyì pé bí ó bá ṣe wípé òótọ́ ni Ọ̀rúnmìlà tẹ ikú nífá tí ó sì fi àrùn jẹ ojúgbọ̀nà, á jẹ́ wípé babaláwo ó máa kápò fún àwọn ajogun wọ̀nyí ló kù o. You know, that is, the babalawo Now babaláwo wá ń sọ ní pé bí ó bá ṣe pé òótọ́ ni Ọ̀rúnmìlà tẹ ikú nífá, that is, if it is true that Ọ̀rúnmìlà casted Ifa for ikú tí ó sì fi àrùn jẹ ojúgbọ̀nà, that is, it makes ojúgbọ̀nà it makes àrùn di ojúgbọ̀nà, á jẹ́ wípé babaláwo ó máa kápò fún àwọn ajogun wọ̀nyí ló kù. So that means babalawo will be the secretary of these ajogun. The two ajoguns are ikú and àrùn, that is, death and diseases. So pàtàkì ohun tí Ifá yìí ń wí ni pé kò yẹ kí babaláwo máa bẹ̀rù ikú àti àrùn nítorí pé àwọn ni àwọn náà. I think you can understand that if you are Yoruba. So pàtàkì, the meaning, the essence of this Ifa is that is, babalawos, Ifa priests, should not be scared of death and diseases. So that's what this verse is talking about. That is, babalawos should not be scared of iku and àrùn. So I think I was able to explain learning the language of Ifa to you. So if you have any question, kindly send your question. So thank you very much. I'm happy that you joined this conversation, and I appreciate your likes and your comments. So if you have any question later, you can send in your question. If it is what I can answer, I will answer. If it is what I can't answer, I will forward your question to the babalawo, priest, that will answer while I reply you later on. Thank you very much, and get a better life. Bye. See you tomorrow.